guys, famous Ashley Grant here. Welcome to More Movement, Please, the podcast where I hope to inspire you to move your body more. Today I want to talk about being snowed in. So I'm not snowed in right this second, but the weather reports indicate that I will be. And I want to talk about what it is I plan on doing to keep moving my body, even though I might not be able to get to the gym. I've done a similar episode whenever I was talking about how, if it's just cold out, people decide not to come to the gym. But what happens when you really can't? What happens when the roads are closed and you literally cannot get to the gym? So it's the same advice I gave during that episode. It is basically that I plan on using YouTube exercise classes to continue moving my body, even though I can't physically get to the gym. So I only have a couple of dumbbells at home. I have 2 3-pound dumbbells and 2 5-pound dumbbells. And no, that's not a lot. I've gotten to the point where I reach for the 8s and the 15s. And so to drop back down to 3s and 5s, it's not enough. It's not as much as I would normally grab, but it doesn't mean that I'm not going to use them. I'm still planning on using them. I also have some armband weights that I can use that if I want to pump up the weight just a little bit, I can. But if I can't, I'll just increase the reps. And my plan is to take a couple of these YouTube exercise classes. Every Sunday, I take a YouTube stretch class that is just fantastic. It is, oh God, they're so good. I have several of them that I use, and I will put them on rotation, and whatever's hurting that day, I kind of remember which exercises are the most helpful. So I'll use that particular video. And if I'm trying to get to 30 minutes, I'll do multiple of them in a single day to count that as one class. So my plan is to use these YouTube exercise classes to continue moving my body. Normally on Sundays, I go for a longer walk as well as part of my active recovery. And that's looking like that won't be possible as well because we're expected to get quite a few inches of snow. And so my plan is I found this video on YouTube. I think it's an hour-long class. And the idea of it is that while standing pretty much in place, you can get between 7,500 and 10,000 steps in 1 hour. And that sounds like fun to me. So I'm going to try that out and see how that goes. And I'll report back after I try it. But basically, the whole point of this episode is just to basically say, even if you can't get to the gym, there are things you can do to work out. I mean, thank God we're living in a time where all these amazing free classes are available online. I mean, I've even seen videos on TikTok and Facebook and Instagram. And if you put them together and make a playlist for yourself, you could get 30 to 45 minutes of exercise without having to step inside a gym. Is it as fun? No. I'm the first to admit that I prefer to be in group classes. There's something so special about having people around you that are also trying to do the same thing that you're doing. It feels, more like a community effort rather than you just sweating alone. And so for me, I'm not as excited about working out by myself, but if it still keeps me moving, it's worth it. And so I'll leave some links in the show notes to these videos because the more we can move our bodies, even when it's cold, the better. And yeah, so that's kind of what I plan on doing, even though I plan on being snowed in. I hope that I'm not. I hope that I can somehow get to the gym anyway. But I have to be realistic and just accept that, Mother Nature's going to do her thing. And if she's going to do her thing, well, I'm still going to do my thing, even though I would prefer to be at the gym. I got to do what I got to do and continue moving because that is definitely my goal, is just to keep moving, because I've said it a bajillion times at this point. It just feels so much better than what I used to do. That sedentary lifestyle, I never want to go back. I just don't. So that's all I've got for you today. I hope that you will take this advice, that even if you're snowed in or if you can't get to the gym, that you do something to move your body today. It doesn't have to be intense. It doesn't have to be crazy. It just has to be movement. So onwards and upwards, my friends. Have you worked out today?